My child, listen to me carefully, because this moment is not ordinary. You did not arrive here by accident, and these words are not reaching you by chance. I have been guiding your steps quietly, patiently, even when you thought you were wandering. Now hear me clearly. My blessings have arrived, and this is the moment to receive them. Do not rush past this. Do not scroll away. Stay with me, because what I am about to speak will steady your heart, realign your mind, and awaken your faith. You have been asking questions in the silence. You have wondered if I still see you, if I still care, if all the effort, the tears, the prayers whispered when no one else was listening have meant anything. My child, I have seen every moment. I have counted every tear. I have heard every prayer, even the ones you could not finish because your heart was too heavy. I am not late. I am precise. And what I promised you has not been forgotten. Right now, I want you to breathe. Let go of the tension you are carrying in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, the weight in your thoughts. That heaviness you feel did not come to stay. It came to teach you, refine you, and prepare you. You are stronger than you realize, not because of what you have done, but because I have been holding you when you felt weak. I have been carrying you when you thought you were walking alone. My child, blessings do not always arrive the way you expect. Sometimes they come disguised as delays. Sometimes they come wrapped in endings. Sometimes they come after nights when sleep would not come, and your mind replayed every fear. But hear this truth, and let it settle deep within you. What I am bringing into your life now is aligned with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. You have outgrown certain seasons, certain mindsets, and even certain people. That is why things have felt uncomfortable. That is why you have felt a gentle but persistent push inside your spirit. I am not punishing you. I am positioning you. I am removing what can no longer walk with you into what I am preparing. Trust me in this, even if it hurts. Especially if it hurts. My child, stop doubting yourself because of what others failed to see. Stop measuring your worth by past mistakes or missed opportunities. I do not define you by your failures. I define you by my purpose. And my purpose for you is still alive, still active, still unfolding. What you thought was lost is being restored in a new form, with greater wisdom, deeper peace, and stronger boundaries. Now listen closely, because this part matters. Blessings require reception. You cannot receive with clenched fists. You cannot receive while holding tightly to fear, control, or regret. This is why I have been teaching you to surrender. Not because I want to take from you, but because I want to give you more than you could carry on your own. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of the urge to rush the process. I am working beyond what your eyes can see. If you feel this message speaking directly to your heart, I want you to pause and respond. If you agree, type yes in the comments. Not for the algorithm, but as a declaration that you are ready to receive what I am releasing. My child, there are doors opening that once remained closed. There are conversations coming that will bring clarity. There are opportunities aligning that will not require you to beg, chase, or compromise who you are. When it is from me, it comes with peace, even if it challenges you. When it is from me, it strengthens you instead of draining you. But hear me clearly, you must stay aware. Do not fall back into old habits just because they feel familiar. Familiar does not mean safe. Familiar does not mean aligned. I am calling you higher, and higher requires intention. Guard your words, guard your thoughts, guard your heart. What you speak over your life matters more than you realize. Speak hope, even when circumstances test you. Speak trust, even when answers feel delayed. My child, I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be willing. Willing to trust me again. Willing to try again. Willing to believe that your story is not over. Some of the most beautiful chapters are written after the hardest seasons. And yes, you are stepping into a new chapter now. I want you to apply this in your daily life. Start your day by acknowledging me, even if it's just one sentence, one quiet moment, one breath of gratitude. Pay attention to what drains your energy and what restores it. Choose peace over proving yourself. Choose growth over comfort. Choose faith over fear, one decision at a time. This is how you walk into the blessings prepared for you. If this message is resonating with your spirit, comment Amen below and stay connected. Do not walk away from what is feeding your soul. And my child, do not leave early. Stay until the end of this series. Each part will build upon the last, guiding you, strengthening you, and helping you navigate your life with clarity and courage. What I am revealing is progressive, and each step matters. Before you go, let me say this. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are right on time. My blessings have arrived, and you are learning how to receive them with wisdom and humility. If these words have brought peace to your heart, strength to your spirit, or clarity to your mind, I encourage you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join this growing community so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you feel happy, supported, or uplifted by these words, you can also show your support through Super Thanks, which helps this message reach others who need it just as much as you did. Stay close, my child. This is only the beginning. My child, stay with me. Do not rush. Do not look away. What I am speaking now is not noise. It is direction. Many hear my voice, but only a few pause long enough to understand it. You paused. That alone tells me your spirit is listening. And because you are listening, I am going to speak deeper. Right now, I am asking you to stay ready. Not anxious, not afraid, ready. There is a difference. Anxiety drains you, but readiness strengthens you. Fear weakens you, but preparation empowers you. What I am doing in your life now will require awareness, patience, and trust. I am not just changing your situation. I am changing you. You have been through moments where you felt overlooked. Times when you gave your best and still felt unseen. Seasons when silence was your only response. My child, that silence was not absence, it was construction. I was building endurance in you. I was shaping discernment in you. I was teaching you to listen beyond what is visible. You were not being ignored. You were being prepared. I want you to understand this clearly. Not everything that leaves your life is a loss. Some things leave because they have completed their assignment. Some people exit because they cannot walk with the version of you that is emerging. Do not chase what I have released. Do not grieve what I have removed. Trust that I know what you need, and I know what you no longer need. My child, there is a shift happening inside you. You may not have words for it yet, but you feel it. You are less tolerant of what drains you. You are more sensitive to what brings peace. You are beginning to choose yourself without guilt. This is growth. This is alignment. This is you stepping into maturity, not selfishness. I am proud of you for that. Now listen closely. Blessings do not rush in where chaos lives. That is why I have been calling you to slow down, to simplify, to release what clutters your heart and mind. You cannot hear me clearly when your spirit is constantly overwhelmed. Make space. Create quiet. Protect your energy. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. If this feels true to you, don't hesitate. Type yes in the comments. Let that be your agreement. My child, some of the delays you experienced were protection. Had certain doors opened earlier, you would have walked in unprepared. Had certain answers come sooner, you would not have had the strength to handle them. I see the full picture. You see a single moment. Trust my timing, even when it challenges your patience. I am also asking you to watch your words. Not because I am strict, but because words shape direction. When you speak fear, you reinforce it. When you speak hope, you invite strength. Speak life over yourself. even on days when motivation is low. Speak truth, not what pain tries to convince you of. Your words matter more than you realize. Let me remind you of something important. You are not required to carry everything alone. You were never meant to. Stop trying to be strong all the time. Let yourself rest. Let yourself feel. Let yourself heal. I am not disappointed in your weakness. I meet you there. That is where grace does its deepest work. Some of you listening right now are at a crossroads. You are sensing a decision coming. You don't yet know all the details, but you feel the weight of it. My child, do not decide out of fear. Do not decide out of pressure. Decide from peace. If something requires you to betray your values, rush your healing, or silence your truth, it is not from me. I am opening paths that will feel calm, not chaotic. Challenging, yes, but not destructive. Stretching, but not breaking. You will know it is me, because even when you are unsure, you will feel steady inside. If your heart feels calm hearing this, comment AMEM, short, simple, powerful. Now apply this to your life today. Do one thing that brings clarity instead of confusion. Set one boundary that protects your peace. Speak one honest prayer, even if it is just, help me. Small steps matter. Consistency matters. You do not need to change everything at once. Just take the next right step. My child, stay watchful, stay grounded, stay connected. What I am unfolding will not come with loud announcements. It will come quietly, steadily, and surely. And when it does, you will recognize it, because your spirit will say, this is it. Do not give up now. You are closer than you think. Stay with me through this entire message series. Each part will strengthen you for what is ahead. Do not stop halfway through your healing. Do not quit just before clarity comes. If you are still with me and you're ready to continue, type G. I am walking with you. This journey is not over. My child, come closer and listen with your heart. What I am about to say may feel gentle, but it carries power. It may feel quiet, but it will move things you thought were immovable. I am asking you now to let go, not because I want to take something from you, but because I am making room for what you have been praying for. You have been holding on tightly to memories, to expectations, to versions of people and situations that no longer exist. I understand why. Letting go feels like loss when you cannot yet see what is coming next. But hear me clearly. What you are releasing cannot compare to what I am preparing. If your hands remain full of the past, they cannot receive the future. I have watched you wrestle internally. You smile on the outside, but inside you replay conversations, decisions, and moments you wish had gone differently. My child, those moments do not define you. They shaped you, but they do not own you. Stop punishing yourself for what you did not know back then. You grew. You learned. You survived. That is enough. Right now, I am teaching you a sacred skill, discernment. Not everything deserves access to your heart. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every opportunity is aligned with your purpose. This is why you have felt a stronger urge to withdraw, to reflect, to protect your peace. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming wise. Let me tell you something important. Peace is a sign of alignment. When something costs you your peace, it costs too much. I am not calling you to chaos. I am calling you to clarity. I am not drawing you into confusion. I am leading you into stability. If something consistently leaves you anxious, depleted, or doubting yourself, pay attention. I am speaking through that discomfort. My child, there are things I cannot place into your life while certain attachments remain. Some attachments are emotional. Some are mental. Some are habits you return to when you feel uncertain. I am not shaming you for them. I am inviting you to outgrow them. Growth often feels like grief, because you are saying goodbye to what once felt safe. But listen, safety is not always found in familiarity. Sometimes familiarity is what kept you stuck. I am expanding your capacity now. expanding how you love, how you trust, how you see yourself. This expansion requires space. That space comes from release. If you feel this truth settling in your spirit, simply type, yes. One word is enough. I know your heart. Some of you are holding on because you are afraid that letting go means you failed. My child, release is not failure. Release is completion. Some chapters end because they taught you everything they were meant to teach. Do not reopen doors. I have already closed for your protection. Trust that I am guiding you forward, not backward. I want you to notice how you respond to uncertainty now compared to before. You are less reactive, more reflective. You pause where you once rushed. You question where you once assumed. This is not weakness. This is maturity. You are learning to wait before you speak, to listen before you decide, to pray before you act. This is how your life begins to change at a deeper level. Apply this today. When something triggers you, pause. Do not respond immediately. Breathe. Ask me what this moment is trying to teach you. Ask yourself if this reaction belongs to who you are becoming or who you used to be. Choose the response that brings peace, even if it feels unfamiliar. My child, I am also restoring your confidence. Not loud confidence, quiet confidence. The kind that does not need approval. The kind that does not explain itself. The kind that knows when to walk away without guilt. You are learning that your worth does not decrease when someone fails to value you. Your worth is established by me, and that never changes. There are blessings moving toward you that require emotional readiness. That is why I have been healing you slowly, layer by layer. Rushing healing only hides wounds. True healing strengthens you. You are becoming emotionally stable, spiritually grounded, and mentally clear. This is preparation, not delay. Do not grow impatient with the process. You are not late. You are right where you need to be. I am aligning timing, people, and opportunities in ways you cannot yet see. When it unfolds, it will make sense. Until then, trust me with the unseen. I want you to stay until the end of this series. Each part is building something within you: clarity, strength, peace, direction. Do not stop halfway through what I am restoring. The clarity you seek will come, but it will come to those who remain open and willing. If you are ready to release what no longer serves you and step into what I am preparing, comment, Amen. I am with you. Keep going. My child, stay present with me. What I am doing now is quiet, but it is deep. You may not see dramatic changes around you yet, but inside you, something sacred is taking shape. I am rebuilding you from the inside out. I am strengthening the places that were once fragile. I am healing the wounds you learned to hide, and I am restoring what life tried to convince you was permanently broken. You have spent a long time surviving. You adapted. You adjusted. You learned how to keep going even when you were tired. But survival was never the final goal. It was only the beginning. Now I am calling you into a season of stability, clarity, and growth. This season requires a stronger foundation, and that is why I am working inward before I change what is outward. My child, there were moments when you felt like you were losing yourself, times when you questioned your direction, your choices, even your faith. But hear me clearly, you were not losing yourself. You were shedding what was never truly you. Old fears, old patterns, old beliefs that came from pain, not truth. I am separating you from what you carried only to survive. Right now, I am teaching you how to stand without needing constant reassurance, how to move without needing approval, how to rest without guilt. This is not distance from others. This is closeness with yourself and with me. You are learning who you are when the noise fades, when expectations fall away, and when comparison loses its grip. There is a reason you no longer respond the way you used to. You are not cold. You are healed. There is a reason you no longer explain yourself to everyone. You are not arrogant. You are grounded. There is a reason you are choosing silence more often. You are not weak. You are wise. I am shaping discernment in you, and discernment protects your peace. My child, I know you sometimes worry that you are doing life wrong because it feels slower now. But slower does not mean stagnant. Slower means intentional. Slower means thoughtful. Slower means you are no longer driven by fear, urgency, or pressure. You are learning to move with purpose, not panic. This is growth. I am also healing the way you see yourself. For too long, you viewed yourself through the lens of disappointment, rejection, or failure. You measured your worth by outcomes instead of identity. I am correcting that now. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. You are not what they said about you. You are who I say you are, capable, chosen, growing, and deeply loved. Some days, healing feels like relief. Other days, it feels like discomfort. That discomfort does not mean something is wrong. It means something is changing. When old wounds surface, it is because they are finally ready to be released. Do not push them back down. Let me tend to them. Let me restore you fully, not partially. If you feel this inner rebuilding happening, pause and respond. Type ready. One word, a simple signal that your heart is open. My child, I am also teaching you to trust yourself again, not in pride, but in alignment. To trust the wisdom you gained through experience. To trust the peace that speaks softly within you. To trust when something feels off without needing proof. This is not fear. This is discernment shaped by growth. Apply this truth in your life. When you feel uncertain, do not rush to escape the feeling. Sit with it. Ask what it is revealing. Ask what needs attention, not avoidance. Growth does not come from running from discomfort, but from understanding it. I am walking with you through this, step by step. I know there are days you wish things would move faster, days you wonder when the breakthrough will show up visibly. My child, internal breakthroughs always come before external ones. What I am building in you now will sustain what I am about to give you. Without this foundation, the blessing would overwhelm you. With it, the blessing will elevate you. You are becoming emotionally steady, spiritually aware, mentally clear. This is why certain chaos no longer appeals to you. This is why certain conversations feel draining. This is why you crave peace more than excitement. I am aligning your desires with your destiny. Stay with me through this series. Do not stop halfway through the work I am doing in you. Each message is strengthening your understanding, sharpening your focus, and guiding your steps. What is coming will make sense when you look back and see how carefully this foundation was laid. Before you move on, remember this: rebuilding takes time, but it lasts. I am not rushing this because I care too much about you to build something fragile. Trust the pace. Trust the process. Trust me. If you are willing to let me continue this work in you, comment, I trust. I am not finished. Keep going, my child. My child, stay with me a little longer. What I am speaking now is not just encouragement, it is alignment. I know there were moments when you felt as though life was working against you, when effort did not match results, when doors closed without explanation. But hear me clearly now. This is the season where things begin to turn in your favor. Not because the world suddenly became kind, but because you have been prepared. You did not arrive here empty-handed. You arrived carrying wisdom earned through experience, patience shaped by waiting, and strength built in quiet places. Every delay refined you. Every disappointment trained you. Every unanswered prayer taught you how to trust deeper. I did not waste one moment of your journey. I used it all. My child, I am shifting how you experience life. You are moving from reaction to intention, from confusion to clarity, from survival to purpose. This shift may feel subtle at first, but it is powerful. You will notice that what once overwhelmed you no longer has the same hold. What once tempted you no longer excites you. What once hurt you no longer defines you. This is growth. This is progress. This is me at work. I want you to understand something important. Favor is not luck. Favor is alignment. When your heart, your choices, and your direction begin to match what I designed for you, things start to open naturally. Opportunities appear without force. Help arrives without begging. Peace settles without explanation. This is not coincidence. This is order being restored. You may still face challenges, but they will not feel the same. You will face them with clarity instead of panic, with courage instead of doubt. You will no longer feel alone in them, because you are learning how to lean on me instead of carrying everything by yourself. That is why the weight feels lighter now. My child, do not be surprised if people begin to treat you differently. When you change internally, the world responds externally. Some will feel inspired by your growth. Others may feel uncomfortable. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Do not explain what I am doing in you to those who are not meant to understand. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Stay focused. I am also restoring your confidence, not the loud kind that seeks validation, but the steady kind that knows when to move and when to wait. You are learning when to speak and when silence carries more power. You are learning that not every battle deserves your energy. Peace is becoming your priority, and that is a sign of maturity. Apply this in your life now. Stop rushing what requires patience. Stop forcing what requires trust. Stop questioning what I have already confirmed in your spirit. When you feel uncertain, return to stillness. Listen before acting. Pray before deciding. This season rewards alignment, not impulse. If this message confirms what you have been feeling, respond simply. Type O on time. Let it be a reminder that you are not late and neither am I. My child, there are blessings approaching that will require responsibility. That is why I have been strengthening your character. It is not enough to receive. You must be able to sustain. I am teaching you discipline so you do not sabotage what I give you. I am teaching you boundaries so you do not lose yourself again. I am teaching you rest so you do not burn out when abundance arrives. Some of what is coming will surprise you, not because it was random, but because you stopped expecting it after waiting so long. I am reviving hope in you gently, because fragile hope needs care. Do not be afraid to believe again. Do not be ashamed of wanting more. Growth honors me when it is rooted in gratitude. Stay with me until the end of this series. Each part is building clarity, strengthening your faith, and guiding you to apply wisdom in daily life. Do not leave before the full picture is revealed. What you are learning now will help you make better decisions, choose healthier paths, and walk forward with confidence. And my child, if these words have helped you, if they have brought peace, clarity, or strength, remember to like this message, subscribe to the channel, and join this community so you stay connected to what is coming next. When you support this space, you help others who are searching for hope find it too. And if you feel led, you can also support through Super Thanks, which allows this message to continue reaching hearts around the world. I am proud of you for staying. I am proud of you for growing. I am proud of you for not giving up when it would have been easier to quit. This season is not random. It is earned through perseverance and trust. Keep walking with me. Things are turning, my child. Stay close and listen. I know there are moments when your mind drifts back to what you lost, what ended, what did not work out the way you hoped. I know you sometimes replay the past and wonder if things could have turned out differently. But I want you to hear this clearly, without doubt and without fear. What you are becoming matters more than what you lost. Loss can feel loud. It demands attention. It asks questions that have no immediate answers. But growth is quieter. Growth happens beneath the surface, where no one applauds, where no one sees the effort, where only endurance remains. That is where I have been working in you. While you were focused on what slipped away, I was shaping who you are becoming. My child, you did not lose those things to be punished. You lost them because they could not follow you where you are going. Some people were meant to walk with you only for a season. Some situations were designed to teach you, not to keep you. Letting go felt painful because you cared deeply, not because you failed. Love and effort are never wasted, even when the outcome changes. Right now, I am teaching you how to carry wisdom instead of regret. Regret keeps you looking backward. Wisdom allows you to look forward without repeating the same patterns. You are no longer the person who made those decisions. You are more aware now, more discerning, more grounded. That is not something to overlook. That is evidence of growth. My child, there is a reason you no longer feel drawn to the same distractions. There is a reason shallow conversations feel empty now. There is a reason you crave meaning, depth, and peace. You are evolving. Your spirit is maturing. You are becoming someone who values alignment over approval, purpose over popularity, peace over pressure. I know you sometimes fear that you have fallen behind because your path looks different from others. But hear me clearly. Different does not mean delayed. I have tailored your journey specifically for you. Comparison will only distract you from what I am building. Stay focused on your lane. Stay faithful to your process. Apply this truth in your life today. Stop measuring progress only by visible results. Measure it by your responses. Measure it by your boundaries. Measure it by how you handle disappointment, how you speak to yourself, how you choose peace over conflict. These are the signs of real transformation. There will be moments when memories resurface. When they do not push them away in shame. Observe them without attachment. Thank them for what they taught you, then release them again. You are not meant to live there anymore. The past was a classroom, not a residence. If this speaks to your heart right now, respond simply. Type, okay. Just that, a quiet agreement. My child, I am also strengthening your resilience. You have survived things that once felt unbearable. You kept going when you felt empty. You stood back up when you felt defeated. That strength did not come from nowhere. It came from me carrying you when you could not carry yourself. Do not underestimate what you have already overcome. I am preparing you for stability, not constant struggle. The season ahead is not about proving yourself. It is about living in alignment. You will notice that what once drained you now feels easier to walk away from. You will choose rest without guilt. You will choose clarity over chaos. This is not laziness. This is wisdom. Stay patient with yourself. Healing is not linear. Some days you will feel strong. Other days you may feel tender. Both are part of the process. Do not judge yourself harshly on the days you need rest. Even rest is productive when it restores your spirit. I want you to stay with this series until the end. Each part is equipping you with understanding you will need moving forward. You are not just being encouraged, you are being prepared. What is coming will require emotional maturity, spiritual awareness, and self-trust. You are developing all three. Remember this as you move through your day. You are not defined by what ended. You are defined by how you grew. You are not behind. You are becoming, and that is far more powerful than you realize. If you are willing to keep walking forward without dragging the weight of the past, comment, move. I am with you. Keep going. My child, listen to me gently now. I know there is a part of you that wants answers quickly, relief immediately, and clarity without delay. I know the waiting has tested your patience, and the silence has tested your faith. But hear me clearly, and let this truth settle in your spirit. Do not rush what I am carefully aligning. Rushing may give the illusion of progress, but alignment brings lasting peace. I am not slow. I am intentional. Every detail of your life is being adjusted with precision, even the parts you cannot see yet. What feels like delay is actually preparation happening at a deeper level than you realize. You have already learned that not everything that moves fast is good for you. You have seen how haste can lead to exhaustion, confusion, and regret. That is why I have slowed your steps. That is why I have interrupted certain plans. That is why I have asked you to wait when you wanted to move. I am protecting you from outcomes you are not meant to carry. My child, waiting does not mean you are doing nothing. Waiting is active when it is done with trust. While you wait, your character is strengthening. Your discernment is sharpening. Your priorities are shifting. You are learning how to listen instead of react, how to observe instead of assume, how to rest instead of force. These lessons will serve you well in the season ahead. There are connections forming behind the scenes, conversations aligning, doors positioning themselves to open at the right moment. If things happen sooner, you would meet them unprepared. If they happen later, you would question my faithfulness. That is why timing matters. That is why I ask you to trust me with it. My child, notice how different you are now compared to before. You do not panic as quickly. You do not chase validation the same way. You are more selective with your energy. You are more honest with yourself. This is alignment. This is evidence that the waiting is working. Apply this to your daily life. When you feel pressured to make a decision quickly, pause. Ask yourself if that pressure brings peace or anxiety. Peace comes from alignment. Anxiety comes from rushing. Choose the pace that keeps your spirit steady. You do not owe anyone urgency at the cost of your well-being. I know you sometimes worry that if you do not act now, you will miss your chance. My child, what is meant for you will not require panic. It will not require compromise. It will not require you to abandon your values. When it arrives, it will feel steady, not frantic, clear, not confusing, calm, not chaotic. If this truth resonates with you, respond quietly. Type now. Let it mark your willingness to trust my timing. I am also teaching you patience with yourself. You have been too hard on your own progress. You expect yourself to heal quickly, to move past pain immediately, to always be strong. But growth takes time. Healing unfolds in layers. Some things release slowly because they were deeply rooted. Be gentle with yourself, as I am gentle with you. There is no race you need to win. There is no deadline you need to fear. Your life is not behind schedule. It is unfolding exactly as it should. The pressure you feel to have it all together is not from me. I lead with peace, not pressure. You are entering a season where alignment will bring simplicity. Things will begin to make sense. Decisions will feel clearer. Your intuition will grow stronger. You will trust yourself more because you are learning to trust me first. This foundation will support everything that comes next. Stay with me. Stay present. Stay open. Do not give up just because you cannot yet see the full picture. The picture is forming, piece by piece. One day soon, you will look back and realize that the waiting was not empty. It was essential. Continue with me through this series. Each message is preparing your heart and mind for what is ahead. You are not just waiting. You are becoming ready. I am with you in the waiting. My child, listen closely and do not take this lightly. What I am bringing into your life is precious, and precious things require protection. This is why I am asking you now, before the blessing becomes visible, to guard your heart. Not with fear, not with walls, but with wisdom. What I am sending is meant to grow, not to be damaged by carelessness or rushed trust. You have a kind heart. You give deeply. You feel intensely. That has always been part of who you are. But there were times when you gave access too quickly, trusted without discernment, and stayed longer than you should have. I am not reminding you of this to shame you. I am reminding you so you do not repeat what I have already healed. My child, not everyone who smiles at you is meant to walk with you. Not every opportunity that excites you is aligned with your purpose. Not every voice that sounds confident is carrying truth. This is why I have been sharpening your discernment. You are learning to pause before you open your heart. You are learning to observe before you commit. You are learning to listen beyond words and notice patterns. This is growth. I know part of you worries that guarding your heart will make you distant or closed off, but wisdom does not make you cold. It makes you clear. You can remain loving without being naive. You can remain kind without being unprotected. You can remain open without being exposed. I am teaching you balance, and balance will preserve what I am about to release. Right now, I am also helping you recognize red flags without needing to explain them away. When something feels off, you no longer ignore it. When someone drains you, you no longer excuse it. When peace leaves, you pay attention. This is not fear. This is alignment. This is you, honoring the work I have done in you. Apply this truth in your life today. Stop oversharing with people who have not earned your trust. Stop explaining your boundaries to those who repeatedly cross them. Stop reopening doors I have already closed. You do not need permission to protect your peace. You do not need validation to honor your growth. My child, what I am preparing to place in your hands will require emotional stability. That is why I am teaching you to regulate your responses. You no longer react the way you used to. You reflect, you pause, you choose your words carefully. This maturity will protect your future. There will be people who do not understand the changes in you. They may say you have changed. They may say you are distant. Let them talk. You did not change to impress them. You changed to survive, to heal, and to grow. Those who are meant to walk with you will respect your boundaries, not challenge them. I am also reminding you to guard your thoughts. Not every thought you think is true. Some thoughts come from fear, some from old wounds, some from exhaustion. Learn to question what drains you mentally. Replace lies with truth. Replace fear with faith. What you allow to live in your mind will influence how you experience life. If this message is settling deeply within you, respond quietly. Type SAF. Let it be your declaration that you are choosing wisdom over impulse. My child, guarding your heart does not mean isolating yourself. It means choosing connection with intention. It means allowing people into your life who add clarity, not confusion, who bring peace, not pressure, who support your growth instead of competing with it. These connections will come naturally when you honor your boundaries. Stay patient. Do not rush closeness. Do not force trust. What is meant to grow will grow steadily. What is forced will eventually collapse. I am leading you toward relationships and opportunities that feel secure, not unstable. Continue with me through this journey. Each part of this series is strengthening your discernment and preparing you for what is ahead. You are not becoming guarded out of fear. You are becoming grounded out of wisdom. I am protecting you as you learn to protect yourself. Stay with me. My child, come and listen with a quiet heart. What I am doing now is gentle, but it is powerful. I am teaching you to trust yourself again, not in pride, not in fear, but in alignment with me. For a long time, you questioned your instincts. You doubted your decisions. You second-guessed what you felt deep inside. That did not happen because you were weak. It happened because you were hurt. And now, I am restoring what pain interrupted. You learned to doubt yourself because there were moments when your honesty was misunderstood, when your kindness was taken for granted, when your intentions were questioned. Over time, you began to look outside yourself for confirmation. You asked others what you should do, how you should feel, who you should be. My child, guidance is not wrong, but dependence can silence the wisdom I placed within you. I have always spoken to you quietly, through peace, through discomfort, through that gentle inner knowing that nudges you when something is right or wrong. You ignored it sometimes, not because you were careless, but because you wanted harmony, approval, or certainty. I do not condemn you for that. I understand it, and I am healing it. Right now, I am reconnecting you with your inner clarity. That is why you feel more aware of your emotions. That is why certain choices feel heavier now. That is why you pause more before responding. You are no longer acting on impulse. You are listening. You are discerning. You are growing into someone who trusts the inner compass again. My child, trusting yourself does not mean you will never make mistakes. It means you will no longer abandon yourself when uncertainty arises. You will no longer silence your needs to please others. You will no longer ignore warning signs just to keep the peace. This trust will protect you far more than constant reassurance ever could. I know there are moments when you ask me, what if I get it wrong? Hear me clearly. You will learn, you will adjust, and you will grow. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be present. I am walking with you through every step, even the uncertain ones. Apply this truth in your life today. When something feels right and peaceful, do not dismiss it just because it is unfamiliar. When something feels draining or confusing, do not ignore it just because it is familiar. Your body, your mind, and your spirit work together. Pay attention to what they are telling you. My child, I am also helping you release the need to explain every decision. You do not owe everyone clarity. Some paths are meant to be walked, not justified. The more you trust yourself, the less you will feel the need to defend your choices. Confidence grows quietly. It does not argue. There will be times when others question your direction. Do not let that shake you. They are seeing your life from the outside. I am guiding you from the inside. Stay anchored in what brings peace, not what brings noise. If this message reflects what you are experiencing right now, respond with one simple word. Type, trust. My child, trusting yourself also means forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for the choices you made before you had clarity. Forgive yourself for staying too long, for leaving too early, for not knowing what you know now. Growth always comes with hindsight. Do not use that hindsight as a weapon against yourself. Use it as wisdom moving forward. I am proud of the way you are learning to listen again, to pause, to choose carefully, to honor your limits. These are not small changes. These are foundational shifts. What I am preparing to place in your life will require this level of self-trust. Without it, you would give too much, tolerate too little, or settle for less than you deserve. Stay with me through this process. The more you trust me, the more you will trust yourself. The more you trust yourself, the less fear will control your decisions. Freedom begins here. Keep walking. I am guiding you. My child, listen to me with patience and trust. What I am doing right now may feel uncomfortable, even confusing, but it is necessary. I am closing old doors to protect your future. Not every door that closes is a loss. Some doors close because what is behind them no longer aligns with who you are becoming. I know endings stir emotion, but hear me clearly. This is not removal without purpose. This is protection with intention. You have tried to reopen doors I gently shut. You have wondered if you misread the signs or acted too quickly. My child, I do not close doors carelessly. I close them because I see what you cannot. I see the weight they would add later. I see the compromises they would demand. I see the exhaustion they would bring. You may remember the comfort of what once was, but I see the cost of staying. Some doors are tied to people, some to habits, some to identities you built during survival seasons. Those identities helped you cope, but they are not meant to define your future. You are not the same person you were when you first walked through those doors. That is why they no longer fit. Growth changes perspective. Healing changes tolerance. Wisdom changes direction. My child, I know you fear that closed doors mean fewer options. But hear this truth. Closed doors refine your focus. They remove distractions. They narrow your path so you do not wander into places that drain your purpose. What I am opening ahead will not require you to chase or prove yourself. It will recognize you because you are ready. You may notice that certain conversations have ended, certain routines no longer excite you, certain goals feel empty now. This is not boredom. This is alignment. When something no longer feeds your spirit, it is a sign that you are meant to move forward. Do not cling to what I have outgrown in you. Apply this to your life today. When something ends, resist the urge to immediately replace it. Sit with the space. Let me show you what that space is meant for. Silence is not absence. Space is not emptiness. Both are invitations for something new to form. My child, I am also closing doors to teach you discernment. Not everything you desire is designed for you. Not everything you qualify for is meant to be accepted. Saying no will sometimes protect you more than saying yes. You are learning that peace is a better guide than pressure. If you feel this truth resonating within you, respond simply. Type close. One word is enough. I know endings can bring grief. Do not rush past it. Let yourself feel what needs to be felt. Grief does not mean you made the wrong choice. It means you cared. Even necessary endings can carry sorrow. I am with you in that sorrow. I do not ask you to be unfeeling. I ask you to be faithful. You will soon notice that what remains in your life feels lighter. Your days feel calmer. Your thoughts feel clearer. This is not coincidence. This is the result of alignment. As old doors close, your energy returns. As distractions leave, your focus sharpens. As clutter clears, direction emerges. There are new doors ahead that will open at the right time. They will feel steady, not rushed. They will invite growth, not fear. They will support who you are becoming, not pull you backward. When they open, you will walk through with confidence, not hesitation. Stay with me until the end of this series. Each part is preparing you for the next step. Do not judge the process by what you see today. Trust what I am building over time. And my child, if these words have helped you, if they have brought clarity, peace, or courage, remember to like this message, subscribe to the channel, and join this community so you stay connected to what is coming next. When you support this space, you help others find hope and direction too. And if you feel led and supported by these words, you can also share your encouragement through Super Thanks, which helps this message reach more hearts around the world. I am not closing doors to take from you. I am closing them to give you more. Trust me, I am leading you forward. My child, come closer and listen carefully. What I am doing now is quiet, but it is reshaping your life. I am teaching you how to walk without fear. Not because fear will never try to return, but because it will no longer lead you. For a long time, fear influenced your choices, your timing, and your confidence. It whispered doubts when you wanted to move forward and created hesitation when opportunity appeared. That season is ending. You are beginning to see fear for what it truly is, not a warning, but a reaction. Fear is often the voice of old pain, trying to protect you from change. But change is not your enemy. Growth is not your enemy. The unknown is not your enemy. I am with you in every step, even when the path is unfamiliar. My child, fear once kept you alert, but it also kept you small. It convinced you to settle instead of explore, to stay silent instead of speak, to wait instead of act. I do not blame you for this. You were doing the best you could with what you understood at the time. But now you understand more. You are stronger. You are wiser. And I am calling you to move forward with courage. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage means choosing trust, even when fear is present. It means acting in alignment with truth instead of reacting to uncertainty. You are learning how to do this step by step. That is why your confidence feels quieter but steadier. That is why you no longer need loud reassurance. You are learning to stand. I know there are moments when your mind still tries to imagine worst-case scenarios. When it does, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself whether those thoughts are rooted in truth or memory. Fear often borrows from the past to predict the future. But your future is not a repeat of your past. It is shaped by growth, healing, and awareness. Apply this truth today. When fear rises, do not immediately obey it. Observe it. Ask what it is trying to protect. Then ask me for clarity. You will begin to notice that many fears lose their power when examined in the light of truth. What once felt overwhelming will begin to feel manageable. My child, I am also teaching you to trust movement again. There was a time when staying still felt safer than trying, but stagnation was never meant to be your home. Movement brings learning. Movement brings expansion. Movement brings opportunity. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to take intentional steps forward, even if they are small. You will notice that when you act with courage, peace follows. Not excitement, not adrenaline. Peace. That peace is confirmation. Let it guide you. Let it anchor you. Let it remind you that you are not walking alone. If this message is reaching you right now, respond with one simple word. Type bold. My child, fear also tries to disguise itself as logic. It says, wait until everything is certain. But certainty rarely comes before action. Growth requires faith. Faith requires movement. And movement requires trust. You are learning to trust without needing full clarity. That is a sign of maturity, not recklessness. I am proud of the way you are beginning to choose courage in quiet ways. Speaking up when something feels wrong. Saying no when your energy is low. Saying yes when something feels aligned. These choices matter. They shape your path more than you realize. There will still be moments of doubt. Do not let that discourage you. Doubt does not cancel faith. It tests it. Each time you choose trust over fear, your confidence grows. Each time you move forward despite uncertainty, your resilience strengthens. You are becoming someone who does not retreat at the first sign of discomfort. Stay with me through this process. You are not being pushed into something unsafe. You are being led into something purposeful. What I am guiding you toward will require courage, but it will also bring fulfillment. The fear you leave behind will not follow you into the future. I am preparing. Keep walking. You are learning how to live free. My child, listen carefully, because this truth will change how you move through your days. I am teaching you to live from peace, not pressure. For a long time, pressure shaped your decisions. You felt rushed to figure everything out, pushed to meet expectations, and pulled in directions that left you exhausted. That was not the life I intended for you. That was survival. Now I am leading you into something deeper. Peace is not laziness. Peace is alignment. Pressure demands quick answers. Peace allows wise responses. Pressure makes you fear falling behind. Peace reminds you that you are exactly where you need to be. I am shifting your internal posture so you no longer react to life, but respond with clarity. You have noticed it already. Situations that once triggered anxiety now invite reflection. Demands that once controlled you now feel optional. You are beginning to realize that not every urgency deserves your energy. This is not avoidance. This is discernment. You are learning the difference between what is important and what is merely loud. My child, pressure often disguises itself as responsibility. It tells you that everything depends on you, that if you rest, things will fall apart. That voice is not from me. I never asked you to carry the weight of the future alone. I never asked you to sacrifice your peace to prove your worth. I ask you to trust me, even when rest feels uncomfortable. Peace does not mean challenges disappear. It means challenges no longer control you. When you live from peace, you can face difficulty without panic. You can make decisions without fear. You can wait without resentment. Peace gives you room to think clearly and act wisely. Apply this in your life today. When something demands immediate action, pause before responding. Ask yourself whether that urgency is real or manufactured. Ask whether saying yes aligns with your values or simply avoids discomfort. You are allowed to choose peace even when others expect pressure. My child, I am also teaching you to release comparison. Pressure thrives on comparison. It convinces you that others are ahead, more successful, more settled. But you are not walking their path. You are walking yours. Comparison will only distract you from the work I am doing uniquely in you. You may still hear voices that try to hurry you. Society may tell you to move faster, achieve more, and rest less. But I say this: growth rooted in peace lasts longer than success driven by pressure. I am building something sustainable in you, not something that collapses under stress. If this truth feels steady in your spirit, respond simply. Type P-E-ACE. My child, peace also changes how you relate to others. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself constantly. You no longer rush to fix what is not yours to fix. You no longer absorb emotions that do not belong to you. You are learning where you end and where others begin. This boundary protects your energy and honors your growth. There will be moments when you are tempted to return to old patterns of urgency. When that happens, remember how far you have come. Remember how exhausting it was to live in constant reaction mode. Choose peace again. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but it will soon feel like home. I am not asking you to abandon ambition. I am asking you to anchor it in peace. When ambition is rooted in pressure, it leads to burnout. When it is rooted in peace, it leads to fulfillment. You will still grow. You will still build. You will still achieve, but you will do so with clarity and balance. Stay with me as I continue this work in you. Each part of this journey is teaching you how to live with intention instead of urgency. You are not falling behind. You are slowing down to move correctly. I am with you. Keep choosing peace. My child, listen to me carefully now, because this moment matters more than you realize. I am preparing you for what you once thought you weren't ready for. There was a time when you looked at certain responsibilities, opportunities, or callings and quietly told yourself, "I'm not there yet." You doubted your strength. You questioned your ability. You wondered if you could truly handle what your heart desired. But hear me clearly today, you are becoming ready, even if you don't fully see it yet. Readiness does not arrive all at once. It grows slowly, through patience, through discomfort, through lessons you never asked for but needed. Every season you endured was shaping capacity within you. Every challenge expanded your understanding. Every moment of waiting strengthened your character. You are not being delayed. You are being trained. My child, I know you still feel moments of uncertainty. You ask yourself if you can maintain what you once struggled to survive. But survival taught you endurance. Healing taught you wisdom. Reflection taught you restraint. These qualities are not accidental. They are essential for what is coming next. You once feared responsibility because you associated it with pressure and exhaustion. But I am showing you a new way. Responsibility anchored in alignment does not crush you. It strengthens you. When you move in step with me, what once felt heavy becomes manageable. What once overwhelmed you becomes organized. What once scared you becomes familiar. I am also preparing you emotionally. In the past, emotions controlled your reactions. Now, you are learning to observe them without being ruled by them. You feel deeply, but you do not drown. You acknowledge pain, but you do not live there. This emotional steadiness will protect you when life becomes fuller and more demanding. Apply this truth today. Stop disqualifying yourself based on past versions of you. You are not the same person you were when fear spoke the loudest. You have grown. You have learned. You have changed. Speak to yourself with the same patience I show you. My child, I am also strengthening your discernment. What you once accepted without question, you now examine carefully. What you once tolerated, you now evaluate. This is not hesitation, this is wisdom. You are learning when to step forward and when to wait. Both are acts of faith. There will be moments when opportunity appears and you feel a familiar doubt rise up. When that happens, pause and remember how far you've come. Remember the nights you survived. Remember the strength you didn't know you had. Remember that I was with you then, and I am with you now. If this message is stirring something within you, respond quietly. Type ready. My child, preparation also means letting go of the belief that you must have everything figured out before you begin. Growth unfolds through action, not perfection. I will guide you as you move. I will adjust you as you learn. I will support you as you stretch. You are not walking into the unknown alone. I am not calling you to be fearless. I am calling you to be faithful. Faith does not require certainty. It requires trust, and trust grows when you choose to move forward despite uncertainty. You have already done this more times than you realize. Stay with me. Do not rush ahead of me, and do not lag behind. Walk with me. What you once thought was beyond you is now within reach. Not because you became someone else, but because you became yourself. I am preparing you carefully, lovingly, and intentionally. Keep going. You are closer than you think, my child. Listen with a calm heart, because what I am doing now is subtle, yet powerful. I am restoring your strength quietly. Not the kind of strength that demands attention, but the kind that sustains you when no one is watching. You have spent enough time pushing, forcing, and enduring. Now I am teaching you how to be strong without being strained. There was a season when you had to be strong just to survive. You held yourself together when things were falling apart. You carried responsibilities you never asked for. You made decisions while tired, uncertain, and emotionally drained. That strength kept you alive, but it also exhausted you. I see that. I have never overlooked it, and now I'm restoring you in a different way. This restoration does not come with noise. It does not arrive with instant results. It unfolds gently, day by day, as you relearn how to listen to your body, your mind, and your spirit. You are beginning to notice when you need rest. You are learning to stop before you are depleted. You are understanding that strength is not found in constant effort, but in balance. My child, I am strengthening your inner stability. In the past, circumstances easily shook you. Emotions rose quickly. Reactions followed. Now, you pause. You breathe. You reflect. This is not weakness. This is resilience. You are learning how to remain steady even when life feels uncertain. That steadiness will support you in ways force never could. You may not feel energized every day. Some days, you may feel quiet, reflective, even tender. Do not mistake this for regression. Healing often feels calm, not intense. Growth does not always announce itself. Sometimes it simply shows up as peace, where chaos once lived. Apply this truth in your daily life. Stop measuring strength by productivity alone. Strength is also knowing when to rest. Strength is choosing honesty over performance. Strength is setting boundaries without guilt. These choices are rebuilding you from the inside out. My child, I am also restoring your confidence in small ways. You are trusting your decisions again. You are honoring your limits. You are saying no when necessary, and yes when aligned. These are signs of strength returning in a healthier form. You are no longer driven by fear of collapse. You are guided by clarity. There will be moments when you miss the adrenaline of constant motion, when you feel uncomfortable with stillness. That discomfort is temporary. Stillness is where restoration settles. Stillness is where you reconnect with me. Let yourself be still without judging the moment. If this message reflects what you are experiencing right now, respond with one simple word. Type call. My child, you are not falling behind because you slowed down. You are rebuilding. Rushing would undo the work I am doing. Restoring strength takes patience. It requires you to trust that you do not have to prove yourself anymore. You are worthy without exhaustion. I am preparing you for a season that requires sustained strength, not short bursts of effort. The future I am leading you into will need you whole, not depleted. That is why I am restoring you now. I am teaching you how to move with intention instead of urgency. Stay with me. Do not rush this process. Quiet strength lasts longer than forced momentum. I am restoring you carefully, lovingly, and completely. My child, stay with me and listen slowly, because what I am speaking now is meant to settle your spirit. I am teaching you to trust the process, even when you do not understand it. You have always wanted clarity before movement, answers before action, certainty before faith. That desire is human. I understand it. But the season you are in now is not about having everything explained. It is about learning to walk with me step by step. There were times when you asked me why things unfolded the way they did, why doors closed suddenly, why people changed, why progress felt uneven. I did not ignore those questions. I held them. But some answers cannot be given too early because they would limit your growth. Understanding often comes after obedience, not before it. My child, the process is shaping you in ways the outcome alone never could. If I gave you everything at once, you would miss the depth of who you are becoming. The waiting has taught you patience. The uncertainty has taught you humility. The slow progress has taught you consistency. These lessons are not obstacles. They are foundations. You may feel frustrated when things do not move as quickly as you hoped. You may feel tempted to compare your journey to others. But remember this, their process is not your process. I am working with you personally, intentionally, and carefully. What I am building in you requires time, not haste. Right now, I am strengthening your ability to remain steady without constant reassurance. I am teaching you to trust my presence even when you cannot see my hand. This is faith maturing. Faith that depends only on visible results is fragile. Faith that trusts me in the unseen is resilient. Apply this truth today. When something does not make sense, resist the urge to force clarity. Instead, ask me for peace. Peace will carry you when understanding cannot. You do not need to solve everything at once. You need to stay connected, consistent, and open. My child, there were moments when you thought you were stuck, but you were actually being redirected. There were moments when you felt delayed, but you were being protected. There were moments when you felt alone, but you were being refined. The process has purpose. Even when it feels uncomfortable, you are learning to release control without losing direction. That is not easy. Control once made you feel safe. Letting go feels uncertain. But safety rooted in control is fragile. Safety rooted in trust is lasting. I am guiding you into the kind of trust that does not collapse under pressure. You may not yet see the full picture, but you are seeing more than you did before. Your awareness has grown. Your discernment has sharpened. Your patience has deepened. These are signs that the process is working, even when progress feels quiet. If this message is touching your heart right now, respond with one simple word. Type, wait. My child, trusting the process also means forgiving the pace of your own growth. You do not need to rush healing. You do not need to hurry clarity. You do not need to pressure yourself into becoming someone overnight. Growth that is rushed often cracks under weight. Growth that is nurtured endures. There will be moments ahead when things begin to align quickly. When answers arrive, when doors open, when movement accelerates. When that happens, you will be grateful for this slower season. It prepared you to handle momentum without losing yourself. Stay with me through the entire journey. Do not step away because it feels uncertain. Do not doubt because it feels slow. The process is not delaying your destiny. It is delivering it carefully. I am with you in every step. Trust me. My child, listen closely, because what I am doing now may not look dramatic, but it is deeply necessary. I am removing what quietly drains you. Not all burdens come with noise. Some arrive subtly. They wear you down slowly, day by day, until you feel tired without knowing why. I see them, I know them, and I am dealing with them, one by one. You have been strong for a long time. You learned how to carry things without complaining. You learned how to adapt, how to adjust, how to endure. But endurance was never meant to be your permanent state. Some of what you have been carrying was never assigned to you. You took it on out of love, responsibility, fear, or habit. Now I am asking you to release it. My child, draining things are not always obvious. Sometimes they look like obligations you no longer believe in. Sometimes they look like relationships that require constant effort but offer no nourishment. Sometimes they look like thoughts you replay every day, questioning yourself, doubting your worth, reliving old pain. These things do not shout, they whisper, and over time, they exhaust you. I am teaching you to recognize the difference between effort that builds you and effort that depletes you. Growth can be challenging, but it strengthens you. Drainage leaves you empty, confused, and disconnected from yourself. You are becoming more aware of this difference now. That awareness is not accidental. It is guidance. You may notice that your tolerance for certain situations is lower than it used to be. You no longer have the energy to explain yourself repeatedly. You no longer want to participate in conversations that go nowhere. You no longer feel obligated to stay where you feel unseen. This is not bitterness. This is clarity, my child. I am not asking you to cut everything off suddenly. I am asking you to pay attention. Pay attention to how your body responds. Pay attention to how your spirit feels after interactions. Pay attention to what leaves you calm versus what leaves you restless. These signals are not weakness. They are wisdom. Apply this truth in your life today. Stop ignoring exhaustion just because you are used to it. Stop calling burnout normal. Stop labeling constant stress as responsibility. You are allowed to choose sustainability. You are allowed to choose peace. You are allowed to choose yourself without guilt. There will be moments when releasing what drains you feels uncomfortable. You may worry about disappointing others. You may fear being misunderstood. But hear me clearly. Your peace does not require permission. You cannot heal while constantly pouring into spaces that never refill you. I am not asking you to abandon compassion. I am asking you to practice discernment. My child, as I remove these drains, you will notice something: return energy. Not frantic energy, but steady strength. You will think more clearly. You will sleep more peacefully. You will feel more present in your own life. This is restoration in motion. Some people may notice the change in you and react. They may say you have changed. They may say you are distant. Let them speak. Growth often makes those comfortable with the old version uneasy. Do not let that pull you backward. You are not becoming less loving. You are becoming more whole. I am also removing internal drains. The habit of overthinking, the pattern of self-blame, the need to replay conversations long after they end. These patterns once served as protection. Now, they only consume you. Each time you interrupt them with truth, you reclaim a little more peace. If this message feels accurate to what you are experiencing, respond with one word. Type free. My child, freedom does not arrive all at once. It comes gradually as you release what no longer serves you. Do not rush the process. Each release creates space. Each boundary restores strength. Each moment of honesty brings you closer to alignment. Stay with me through this journey. You are not losing parts of yourself. You are shedding weight that was never meant to be yours. What remains will be lighter, clearer, and stronger. I am guiding you toward a life that nourishes you, not drains you. Keep going. My child, listen gently now, because this lesson is one your heart has struggled with for a long time. I am teaching you to choose yourself without guilt, not out of pride, not out of selfishness, but out of truth. You have spent many seasons placing yourself last, believing that love meant sacrifice without limits, that kindness required self-erasure, that being good meant being depleted. That belief ends here. Choosing yourself does not mean you stop caring for others. It means you finally care for yourself too. It means you no longer abandon your needs to keep the peace. It means you stop shrinking your voice to avoid discomfort. I never asked you to disappear in order to be loving. I created you whole, not to be consumed. My child, guilt has followed you whenever you said no, whenever you rested, whenever you stepped back. That guilt did not come from me. It came from conditioning, from past wounds, from moments when you were praised only for what you gave, not for who you were. I am healing that now. You are allowed to have limits. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are beginning to notice it already. When you choose yourself, the guilt rises, but it fades faster than before. You no longer stay stuck in it. You no longer spiral. You are learning to sit with the discomfort without retreating from your decision. This is growth. This is strength, my child. You do not owe constant availability to anyone. You do not owe endless explanations. You do not owe access to people who repeatedly disregard your boundaries. Love that requires self-betrayal is not love. It is survival disguised as loyalty. I am calling you out of survival and into wholeness. Apply this truth today. When you feel guilty for choosing yourself, ask why. Ask whose expectations you are trying to meet. Ask whether saying yes would truly be loving or simply familiar. Choosing yourself may feel wrong at first because you are unlearning patterns that kept you stuck. Stay with the discomfort. It will pass. There will be people who benefit from your guilt. They may resist your boundaries. They may question your change. Let them. Their discomfort does not mean your decision is wrong. Growth often disrupts unhealthy dynamics. That does not make growth cruel. It makes it necessary. My child, choosing yourself is not rejection of others. It is respect for the life I gave you. When you are rested, you give from overflow, not obligation. When you are honest, your relationships become healthier. When you are whole, your love becomes clearer. This is what I desire for you. I am also teaching you that rest is not a reward you earn after exhaustion. It is a requirement for sustainability. You do not need to break yourself to deserve peace. You do not need to prove your worth through overgiving. You are worthy because you exist. You may feel unfamiliar in this new posture. That is normal. You are stepping into a version of yourself that no longer survives on approval. You are learning to trust that I will provide even when you step back. You are learning that the world does not collapse when you pause. This is freedom unfolding. If this message speaks to where you are right now, respond with one simple word. Type, Eno-U. My child, you are enough, even when you do less. You are enough, even when you rest. You are enough, even when you say no. Let that truth settle deeply. It will change how you live. Stay with me. I am teaching you to live without guilt, and that will open the door to peace you have never known. My child, stay with me and listen carefully, because this is a moment of strengthening. I am teaching you to stand firm when doubt tries to return. Doubt does not mean you are failing. Doubt does not mean you have lost your way. Doubt simply tests what you have learned. And you, my child, have learned much more than you realize. There was a time when doubt controlled your steps. It made you hesitate when you should have moved. It made you question your worth when you should have rested. It made you seek reassurance outside when I was already guiding you within. That season shaped you, but it does not define you anymore. You are not standing where you once stood. Now, when doubt appears, it feels different. It no longer has the same authority. It may still speak, but its voice is quieter. You no longer immediately obey it. You pause. You breathe. You reflect. That pause is strength. That pause is evidence of growth. My child, doubt often returns when you are close to something meaningful. It rises when change becomes real. It questions progress because progress threatens old patterns. Do not be alarmed by this. Be aware. Awareness keeps you grounded. Fear thrives in confusion, but clarity weakens it. I want you to understand this clearly. Confidence is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision not to be led by it. You are learning how to hold uncertainty without letting it steer you. That skill will serve you in every area of your life. Apply this truth. When doubt arises, instead of arguing with it, anchor yourself in what you know. Remember what you have survived. Remember what you have learned. Remember how many times I have carried you through what once felt impossible. Memory can be a weapon against fear when it is used wisely. My child, I am also teaching you discernment between intuition and doubt. Intuition feels calm, even when it warns you. Doubt feels restless, urgent, and heavy. Learn to tell the difference. One guides you gently, the other pressures you relentlessly. You are capable of recognizing this now. You will notice that doubt often attacks consistency. It whispers that your effort is pointless, that progress is too slow, that change will not last. Do not listen. Growth is rarely loud. Consistency builds quietly, day by day. What you are building is real, even if it is not yet visible. There may be moments when others question your direction. When that happens, do not rush to defend yourself. Stand firm in silence. Not everyone needs to understand your path. I am guiding you in ways they cannot see. Their doubt does not cancel my purpose. My child, standing firm does not mean being rigid. It means being rooted. Rooted people bend without breaking. They adapt without losing themselves. They listen without surrendering truth. You are becoming rooted now. That is why storms feel different. They no longer uproot you. Apply this to your daily life. When doubt tries to convince you to stop, take one small step forward instead. When it tells you to give up, rest, but do not quit. When it questions your worth, speak truth instead of silence. These small acts weaken doubt over time. You are also learning that you do not need constant validation. You trust your growth enough to keep going without applause. This quiet confidence is powerful. It keeps you moving when motivation fades. It holds you steady when emotions fluctuate. If this message is meeting you where you are, respond with one word. Type stand. My child, doubt will not disappear forever, but it will no longer dominate you. Each time it returns, it will find you stronger, calmer, and more aware. That is progress. That is maturity. That is faith taking root. Stay with me. You are learning to stand firm, and that will carry you forward. My child, listen with stillness now, because what I am telling you is meant to anchor you. What I am building in you cannot be shaken, not by uncertainty, not by change, not by the opinions of others. There was a time when external things easily disturbed your peace. A word spoken carelessly could undo your confidence. A delay could drain your hope. A setback could make you question everything. But that is not where you stand anymore. I have been working beneath the surface, strengthening what no one else could see. While you were focused on outcomes, I was shaping your foundation. While you were concerned about direction, I was building endurance. While you were asking for answers, I was growing your capacity to wait without losing faith. This inner work matters more than you realize. My child, foundations are not glamorous. They are not celebrated. They are hidden beneath the surface. But when storms come, and they always do, it is the foundation that determines what stands and what collapses. I am ensuring that what I place in your life will rest on something strong, not something fragile. You have noticed it already. Situations that once would have overwhelmed you now feel manageable. Conversations that once would have triggered you now pass without lingering pain. You are not numb. You are grounded. You are learning to respond instead of react. That is strength you did not have before. There were seasons when your faith depended on circumstances. When things went well, you felt hopeful. When things went wrong, you felt lost. Now your faith is becoming independent of outcomes. You are learning to trust me in movement and in stillness, in gain and in loss. This kind of faith cannot be easily shaken. My child, I know there are still moments when old fears try to resurface, when memories attempt to convince you that stability will not last. But hear me clearly. What you are becoming is stronger than what you have been through. Your past does not have authority over your future unless you give it permission. Apply this truth in your life today. When something unexpected happens, do not immediately assume it is a setback. Pause. Ask what it is revealing. Ask how it is shaping you. Many disruptions are not detours. They are adjustments. And adjustments often strengthen the structure. You are also learning to hold success with humility and difficulty with grace. You are not swinging between extremes anymore. You are finding balance. This balance will protect you when life accelerates. It will keep you steady when opportunities expand. It will help you remain yourself even as your circumstances change. My child, I am building patience into you. Patience that does not feel passive, but purposeful. Patience that does not wait in frustration, but in expectation. You are learning how to remain present instead of anxious about what is next. This presence allows you to see clearly, choose wisely, and move confidently. There will be people who misunderstand your calm. They may mistake it for indifference. They may think you no longer care. Let them think what they will. You have learned that not every reaction deserves a response. Your peace does not require explanation. I am also strengthening your identity. You are no longer easily defined by roles, titles, or approval. You know who you are beyond what you do. This identity will anchor you when life changes, because life will change. But you will remain steady. When pressure tries to return, you will recognize it sooner. When doubt tries to speak, you will question it instead of obeying it. When fear tries to hurry you, you will slow down instead of rushing. These responses are not accidental. They are evidence of what I am building. If this message resonates with the strength you feel forming within you, respond with one word. Type rooted. My child, being rooted does not mean being rigid. It means being stable. It means you can bend without breaking. It means you can adapt without losing your core. This stability will serve you in relationships, in work, and in moments of decision. You are closer now than you have ever been. Not just to change, but to clarity. Not just to growth, but to peace. What I am building in you is meant to last. It is not dependent on perfect conditions. It is sustained by trust. Stay with me. One final part remains. What comes next will bring everything together. My child, stay with me to the very end, because this is the moment everything comes together. You have walked through reflection, healing, release, rebuilding, and strengthening. You have learned to slow down, to listen, to trust, to choose peace, to stand firm. Now hear me clearly, and without hesitation, your new season has begun, and it is time to step forward. This is not a promise for someday. This is not a hope for the distant future. This is a call for now. You are not standing at the beginning by accident. You are here because you stayed. You endured. You allowed me to work in places no one else could see. And because of that, you are ready in ways you once prayed to be. My child, stepping forward does not mean everything will suddenly be easy. It means you will no longer be afraid to move. It means fear will no longer decide your pace. It means doubt will no longer have the final word. You are stepping forward with clarity, with wisdom, and with peace anchoring your steps. You have changed, not loudly, not dramatically, but deeply. You no longer rush to prove yourself. You no longer cling to what drains you. You no longer fear being alone with your thoughts. You have learned how to sit with yourself and with me. That ability will guide you through every next step. This new season is not about becoming someone else. It is about fully becoming who you already are. You are stepping into a life where your values guide your choices, where your peace shapes your direction, and where your trust allows growth to unfold naturally. This is alignment. This is purpose lived daily. My child, I am opening doors that match your maturity. I am bringing opportunities that respect your boundaries. I am allowing connections that honor your growth. Do not return to old patterns just because they are familiar. Familiarity is not a reason to stay small. You have outgrown survival. You are ready for stability. Apply this truth in your life now. Take one intentional step, one honest decision, one act of courage. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Move with what you have learned. Growth compounds when action follows understanding. You do not need to see the entire path. You only need to take the next step with trust. You may feel a mix of excitement and uncertainty. That is normal. New seasons stretch you. They invite responsibility as much as they invite reward. But you are not walking into this unprepared. Every lesson you learned was for this moment. Every pause served a purpose. Every release made space. My child, remember this: when challenges appear, you are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. You are starting from wisdom. You are starting from a stronger foundation than you have ever had before. What once would have shaken you will now refine you. There will be moments when you look back and realize how much has changed, not around you at first, but within you. That inner shift is the true breakthrough. Outer results will follow, but inner stability will sustain them. I am far more concerned with who you are becoming than what you are achieving. If your heart is ready to move forward with trust and courage, respond with one simple word. Type START. My child, as you step into this new season, keep practicing what you have learned. Choose peace when pressure rises. Choose clarity when confusion tries to return. Choose rest when exhaustion whispers lies. Choose truth when fear exaggerates. These daily choices will keep you aligned. Stay connected. Do not isolate yourself when things become unfamiliar. Growth thrives in awareness and reflection. Return to stillness often. Listen before reacting. Pray before deciding. Celebrate progress, even when it feels small. Small steps taken consistently change lives. And my child, if these messages have strengthened you, guided you, or brought peace to your heart, I invite you to support this space so others can receive the same encouragement. Like this message, subscribe to the channel, and join this community so you continue walking forward together. And if these words truly lifted your spirit and helped you apply truth to your life, you can also show support through super thanks, allowing this message to reach more people who need it. Do not rush away after this. Sit with what you have received. Let it settle. Let it guide you. This series was not meant to entertain you. It was meant to equip you. You are ready. You are supported. You are stepping into a new season. Go forward now. I am with you.